And welcome into the Rowdy Studios, where we have breaking news.
Well, not quite breaking.
Not quite breaking. The X-rays were negative on Brad Keselowski's ankle. My name is Bass Masters. This is Buzz Cutler. And Cutler, tell us what happened to Brad Keselowski at Road Atlanta today.
Well, Keselowski and the two team were testing down there, presumably to get ready for Watkins Glen. And from what I could tell via the Twitter feed, Keselowski's brakes failed as he was coming around a corner, and he went head first into a wall devoid of safer barriers. He exited the car under his own power, but as a precaution, they took him to a hospital where he tweeted pictures.
Pictures of his ankle, which we can look at right now.
Gaze away if you're eating.
Yeah, it's a bit swollen is what we're going to find.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit swollen on the ankle. So a couple things here. He said the corner on his Twitter feed was a 155-mile-an-hour corner, but he indicated the car slowed down.
To about 100.
When he hit the wall. He also indicated the brakes failed. So a couple things come to mind here, Cutler. Number one, we're going to Pocono. And a good set of brakes is really important at Pocono. So you really want to figure out what happened there at Road Atlanta with your brakes. I mean, we have a lot. The brake packages we run now are a lot stouter than they used to be. But turn one at Pocono after the long front stretch there can be treacherous if you don't have your stopping power.
Yeah. Now, and the thing that comes to my mind is, again, we see a lack of safer walls. Now, Road Atlanta is not a NASCAR-sanctioned track. They don't have any NASCAR events. I don't even think they have a Grand Am event. I might be wrong about that. So NASCAR can't require them to do anything in terms of safety precautions, but NASCAR doesn't require safer walls on all interior and exterior walls on the tracks where they do run events. I wish they would. We've just seen this one too many times.
Well, look, obviously any safety features you have are better. But, I mean, there's a cost to all that.
Absolutely.
And a track that doesn't have a cup date isn't raking in the big bucks, probably. The other thing that comes to mind is, as Keselowski himself tweeted, it reminds us again, this racing blank is dangerous.
He said blank?
Well, he said S and then a bunch of crazy
and then a T?
Yeah, and then a T. And I think that's a reminder, too. We forget. And we talked a little bit about how, with all the safety features we do enjoy in Cup cars and at Cup tracks, that by and large, most guys out and gals out there racing don't have these kind of safety features, and it is dangerous. And number three, you look at the chase, and Brad Keselowski now 21st in the points. He's got that win, 16 points out of 20th, heading to Pocono, where in 3 career starts he's had 3 finishes like 20th, 21st, 23rd, that kind of thing. This, it's hard to see that this is really going to affect his performance, although you do wonder if it's his left foot and he's a left foot breaker, how that's going to affect things out there.
But come on, Bass, his chase hopes were pretty much dead in the water
I
anyway.
don't think so.
I think they were. No. You've got Menard ahead of him, Reagan ahead of him, Hamlin ahead of him, all with wins. I don't really see Keselowski leapfrogging any of those guys.
I think it's going to be tough. But I think things can change. He could go out with all the fuel mileage races that we're seeing these days. He could win a fuel mileage race at Pocono and be right back in the chase picture. So I think there is still hope. That's one of the things the wild card gives us. You just wonder how disruptive this is to his chances in that team. It's unfortunate.
And we should note, because we really didn't, that he indicates he will be racing this weekend.
And he's pretty much okay.
He won't have to miss any dates in terms of his Cup starts.
And that's the latest on Brad Keselowski. And we'll see you next time right here in the Rowdy Studio.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.